Alright, so here I'm going to look at May, and we're going to look and see what our details show us here. She has pretty good health. She has very low attack, low defense, pretty good ninjutsu, not that great resistance. Yeah, she's got like average stats. She's pretty weak to earth. But let's look and see what she does here. For mystery here, we got Vapor Style Acid Explosion. So prompt causes water and fire attribute damage and causes ignition to up to 7 opponent's units and low flow. So what you want to do with this, you want to pick a target you want to start your combo with, and then press your mystery on that so you can do low flow on that specific ninja, and then 6 other units will take the damage and ignition. They won't all go low flow. For attack, Water Style Flowing Whip. Attack the opponent's front row and has a chance of 3 combo knockdown and acupuncture. Acupuncture, if you look at the side here, it's a debuff. A unit under this status cannot use their mystery skill for 3 rounds. So if you did this to their Mei, they would not be able to use their Vapor Style Acid Explosion for 3 turns because they'd be silenced. Now she also has a passive here, Charm. Increase damage to male characters by 25%. A lot of characters in this game are male, a lot of the great teams in this game are male. But most of the time you're going to be doing 25% more damage to these people. Sometimes you're going to have teams that are all female, but most of the time you're going to run up against almost all male characters. Here we have a passive, Vapor Style Barrier. Solid Fog Jutsu. Launches a barrier Smart Fog Jutsu at the beginning of battle. Increase attack and ninjutsu for all ninjas with water and fire attribute from your team by 40%. Causes poisoning to 2 individual units. Okay, so let's talk about this here. At the beginning of the fight, Mei is going to try to launch this barrier. Now depending on what your initiative is, as a team in total, compared to what your opponent's team initiative is how this barrier is going to interact in this battle. If you have lower initiative than your opponent's team, she's going to launch your barrier, and then if your opponent has a ninja who also has a auto barrier, he will launch his barrier and cover up your barrier, destroying this passive, and it will do nothing. So if you need to make sure that you have higher initiative somehow than them, and you can only do that based on your power and how you've done your initiative based on how much money or in-game coupons or whatever you've spent to get that. Initiative is very important in this game because of that, and you always want to go first. Now, it buffs water and fire attribute ninjas on your team by 40%. If you don't know how to easily find that, you just click this button here, attributes. You can click this first one, water. She's going to buff all these people by 40%. And fire, she's going to buff all these people by 40% with this passive. It's very strong. She also, when she starts to act, if this barrier is up, if it's not up, she's not going to do this. But if it is up, and it's her turn to attack, she's going to first poison 2 enemies. And poison is just a ticking debuff. It does damage. It doesn't stop you from healing or anything like that, but it is a debuff, and it's a debuff that your healers are going to try to get rid of. It can stack up to 5 times, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to get rid of it. And it can do a lot of damage, so it's very nice. It also has a chase here, Dissolving Jutsu. Chase is an attack knockdown unit, causes low flow and immobile. So she chases her own attack. Her own attack does knockdown. You're going to chase that, cause low float, and immobile. Immobile is basically a stun and interrupt in one. You're going to be able to interrupt them if you have chased into them first. and they're trying to do a mystery, you're going to interrupt that. You're also going to stun them so they can't take any other actions that turn. So, how do we get her? You go to collections. If you're trying to look for her in these things, you're not going to find her. She's not in any of these. Eventually she will be, but she isn't in any of them right now. So how else do you get her? Click this recruit button down here, lower right side of your screen, and right there you can see her plain as day in the 5K treasure. Click on it. You'll notice that she is a rare ninja. She's purple, but there's also a lot of purple ninjas in this, and it costs you 60 scrolls to be guaranteed to get a rare ninja in this treasure. So if you don't want any of these other ninjas, you're gonna have a hard time, because the odds are kind of stacked against you to get May. You could spend 60 and get her, you could spend 120 to try to get her, or you could be spending and spending and spending because you could get any of these other ones, or you could get a repeat and not get her. So kind of have to get lucky. She's not usually in events. Sometimes she's in Hot Topic events, but she isn't in there now, and she hasn't been in there for a while. Let's look at something else here I wanted to show people. So, Mei used to be an extremely dominant ninja. You don't see her as much anymore. The meta kind of shift. But you can still use her team, and it's still pretty good. And this is a picture that I found on Google of her team. You got my boy here. Got Great Ninja War 1010, Mei, and the water main here. And you use this team, and this is basically a meta team from I would say like 5 or 6 months ago. It's a really powerful team. If you have these ninjas, try it out. But for right now, let's look and see what her skills look like. And we're gonna go fight 12 of these, because Mei does 7 damage to 7 units. Okay, these Kakashis here, they don't have any barriers, so she's gonna get to launch this no matter what. And here she goes. She's attacking first, so she's putting the poison on. Then she attacks. She's starting her combo here. That Kakashi is now immobilized. So let's speed up these Kakashi's turns. Slow it down again. Her turn to attack again. She's gonna poison some people. As you can see, she does a lot of times. She's going to do her chase off of her attack. So let's press her a mystery and see how it looks. So as you can see, you can get her chase off with a mystery, and she did ignition to all these characters and damage to all of them. So she's really strong. That immobile on her chase is incredible. Characters with that on their chase are very good. She's a very good ninja. Also, if you didn't know, the fact that she can hit 7 is mostly only important in ranked battles where you have 9 vs 9s going on, and also in Great Ninja Wars where it's also 9 vs 9. Usually the fact that it can hit 7 doesn't matter unless your opponent has clones. Then it could matter, but not usually. Yeah, so that's Mei.